Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Legend the Third Gen here, and today I wanted to make just this kind of sadder video. It's not like sad like boohoo, but it's just disappointing that another series I've been reading in Shonen Jump has gotten canceled before. In my personal opinion, it can really hit its stride, and that series is Nine Dragons Ball Parade. And so when I say hit its stride, I know one of the big problems in this series was its very slow paced start, with about the first 13 to 15 chapters just being recruitment for the team. I know that was definitely a big problem that some of the people had with this series was it's too long to get to the sport. And in my opinion, some of the times I definitely agreed, and some of the times I was like, I don't really mind it. Um, for instance, when it's Subaki, that's his name, when it's Subaki's recruitment arc, and that I enjoyed because they're actually playing the game, and there were some new characters who were possible rivals, like the glasses guy and then the blind older brother. He wasn't blind, but he was blind as a bat, as they say. Um, that was nice because we finally got to see them play the actual game and see the art. And the art was one of the things I absolutely loved about this series. Is that anytime the guy threw the pitch, it was just so cool. Ryudo, that's his name. Yeah, when Ryudo would throw the pitches, it absolutely looked amazing with the dragon metaphors or the hawks. It was just really fun to see, and that's the thing I liked about this series was its visual metaphors of how when they threw the ball it was like a dragon or something, and sometimes they would have like a hawk flying. It was really cool. But I do understand that a big issue nowadays within Shonen Jump and anime and really any form of entertainment is pacing, and that people want quicker, snappy, and that's something Nine Dragons Ball Parade couldn't really deliver on. It was 13 chapters just to get the team, and even then, those were only like our core 5 players, and then the next 3 chapters, they added the rest of the other 9, and they didn't even go into getting a bench and stuff. So it was all very rushed because, of course, the editors telling them, hey, people aren't liking this, get to play in the sport. And then they finally get to play in the sport. And it's like, yeah, guys, it took too long. And that really sucks because I liked it. I liked the art, which I feel like was another problem for this series, too. Like I said, the visual metaphors were absolutely amazing. Sometimes the art would go crazy, but in other scenes, the art felt very chibi like and not serious like you would see in other sports manga like Haikyuu or Ace of the Diamond. I know those still have their chibi moments, but something about them gives their characters a more realistic feel. Whereas Nine Dragons Ball Parade, none of the characters felt like real people you'd meet. Whereas Haikyuu, like you feel like you could meet somebody who looks like Hinata. You feel like you meet someone that looks like Kageyama. I don't know, but Nine Dragons Ball Parade, I don't think I'm gonna meet anybody that looks like Azukita or Ryudo or Subaki. I just don't think so. And that's my problem was that the characters didn't look real. That's like my one problem. The characters too cartoonish. And I like the characters to be more realistic looking. So let's talk about realistic, and that is how this felt kind of unrealistic, them recruiting people and stuff like that. Because usually with the sports series, what I like is our main character being introduced to a group. Slam Dunk, Sakuragi's introduced to the team. Haikyuu, Hinata is introduced to the team. There's older players on the team and all that stuff. And so I like to see that more than, all right, let's go build a group kind of One Piece like, but for sports. And for any other form of fantasy, I love the One Piece approach of, hey, 20 chapters in, this new guy joins, another 100 chapters, here comes Chopper. But this, I wasn't a fan of. Um, and I think that's just me with sports series because I'm already very on the fence with some sports series like Kuroko. I wanted to get into it and I couldn't. And so a lot of sports series take a lot of time for me to get into, and reading this weekly was painful because every other week, it felt like we were getting a new person joining, and it's like, all right, a new person, cool, 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 you know. Um, and I like that if it would have been the whole team, and then we got payoff seeing the whole team play. But we only got to see about 4 people recruited. I think it was 4, maybe 2. Maybe it was just Sabaki and Tsurugi if you really want to be that specific. And then you call the other 5 guys, I think. Yeah, 5 guys extras, you know, who were just one chapter ins. So yeah. Now let's speak about the other 4 or 5 guys. I think it's five. Five. We're gonna keep calling it 5 guys. 5 guys. We got Horiguchi, who is the guy with the glasses. Alright, I guess. I mean, it means nothing to me. And then the only other really named one is Torimoto. And then the rest are kind of unnamed. And Torimoto was a kind of stupid character, being like a Tsurugi rival. But that wasn't played on. Of course, we only had like 5 chapters after his introduction. So playing on that within one game, not really possible. One thing though that was also really disappointing within the last 5 chapters was the introduction of Hakuo, and like the dad and all that stuff. That was really disappointing. Not being able to follow through with that, and I feel like as a mangaka, you should know, when your series has got only a couple of chapters left, and maybe you don't. You know, maybe I see the industry wrong and you don't, but it kind of sucked to see the promise there, and just to see the promise in general with this, um and the promise they were creating. And it sucks the writer didn't see the writing on the wall when they told him to speed up recruiting the players, you know. But that's all I really have to say. I absolutely love this series. I think the one official game they actually played was very hard to read at points. Like the first 2 chapters were kind of whiplash, just like holy fuck, 6 innings, and then the last couple were fun to read. And it sucked to see it end. But hopefully they'll come back next time better than ever with the new series, and I'll be right there to read it. But until the next one, if you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, see you till the next one. Peace.